When you're a child, your parents' bedroom is already a rather mysterious place. But when you're a child living in a bed and breakfast, your parents' bedroom is the one room in the entire building that is actually completely private. Being called into that room meant one of two things. Either something very good was about to happen, or you were in trouble. Most of the time it was the latter. It was a serious room, a grown-up room. When we converted this section of the house to guest rooms, room 16 became one of our smaller first floor queens. For a while, it held its own. But over time, I noticed it was getting passed over more often than it used to. And then a guest, a specific, thoughtful guest, told us that they hadn't slept well, that the room was noisier than they expected in the morning, and it wasn't quite delivering what the rest of the house promised. I could have been defensive. Instead, I thought, they're right, and this is the room to fix it. The job of room 16 isn't to be some showstopper. It's to be the small, serious back bedroom you trust to give you a good night's sleep. It's not a showpiece, it's a room you trust. The first thing we tackled was the windows. Room 16 faces northwest. The light is gentle and indirect. We already had Roman shades, and we layered soft cotton curtains over them in a warm ivory. That combination does both jobs at once. It makes the room dark when you want it to, and it adds a softness to the space that the shades alone couldn't provide. With the full-length curtains, you can enjoy privacy during the day without losing the light. The second change was the rug. A large wool area rug layered over the existing hardwood floors. Wool absorbs sound, and it warms the room underfoot. It also gives a settled, period-appropriate quality that makes the room feel as though it has always been arranged that way. The third change was the seating. One rattan lounge chair with a cloth shade floor lamp in its own corner. One small antique writing desk, both modest in scale, but both real and usable. The rattan chair is visually light. It holds presence without adding weight. The desk is genuinely small, but it has a real surface for a laptop or a notebook, and it holds me just fine. I was planning on getting rid of the desk entirely, but then I saw this little guy and I couldn't resist. I think about the solo traveler coming back from a long family day in Greenwich. They come in via the private entrance or the door from the inside of the inn, depending on how social they were all day. They close those curtains, sit in that chair for 10 minutes with a book, and then actually sleep. That's what this room is for. Room 16 is for the guest who always ends up loving the coziest, quietest room in the house. You know who you are. You're not here for a suite, you're not here for the fireplace or the extra square footage. You're just here to sleep deeply and have a calm place to land. Solo travelers, guests in town for family visits or work, or couples on a short stay who'd rather have a room with a story than a room with a lot of space. If that sounds like you, room 16 is yours.